Hi, I'm Adrian. I'm one of the founders of Cademy. In this video, I'll show you how to install our embedded checkout system in a WordPress site. Now, this video will be specifically for WordPress, but this will work the same way exactly for most content management systems, whether you use Wix or Squarespace or Drupal or Joomla or whatever you use. It's going to be pretty much the same principles here. Now, I'm going to go to, there are a few prerequisites before you get started. So one, you'll need at least one class, otherwise you will not have anything to embed. Two, you'll need to set up Stripe. Stripe is a payment processor like PayPal, so if you install it, it's going to make sure that the payments taken through your site are going to go into your Stripe account more quickly, and will save us having to fiddle around with bank transfers like that, and we recommend you do that. And lastly, we are going to have to install the Cademy Embeds app. I've already installed it, but if you haven't, click on the card, click on the green install button at the top, and that's it. Now, because I've installed it, I don't have to do that. So if I just click on the Embeds card, I'll get into the Embeds settings page. I will click on the WordPress tab to get instructions specifically for WordPress. And now I'll just follow the steps. So I've got a test web WordPress site here opened. And something to keep in mind, if you're hosting it on the free version of WordPress, so it's where you have the name of your business and then .wordpress.com, then you're not paying for WordPress, you're not going to be able to install third-party code onto your site. You're going to be quite limited, so you might need to upgrade to be able to do this. Now, if you can insert code in your site, then that should work just fine. You click on go to the page where you want the embedded system to be. You click on the add option, add block. If you don't see this, then go into the text editor for the page and it'll do the same thing. But if you go into the add block, custom HTML, search for it or browse all if you can't see it on the list. And in this HTML block, I just copy and paste the first bit of code. So if I copy that and paste, now this is going to be update. If I view the page, there you go. My embedded checkouts are here. Nice and simple. That's all it took. So I can go now. Right now I've embedded a grade of courses in a seamless way. That's pretty much it. I can also choose to add a button on my page. So if I copy that bit of code, I can let me just make room, enter, update, and there you go. Now I have both a booking page with all my courses there and a floating book now button that's going to be available on all my pages. Now if you've installed this and you click on the book button and instead of a pop-up, what you get is it takes you to a different page. That's a fallback behavior if the installation isn't complete. Essentially, once you've installed these two codes, once you've installed this bit on the page, we can't do any interaction on the site itself. All we've done here is added a link and a little window to another page. We haven't done anything to actually modify the experience of the user on your site. So to do that, to be able to generate a pop-up on the site and do things like that, like in this case, we'll need to install a extra bit of code, which is this one here. So the last step you see is install this into the footer of your site. So let me go into the my WordPress site. If you've installed Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel or any other third-party scripts into your site, you go into the same section. If you haven't done that before, we can give you a little link to a plugin that helps you do that quite quickly. So you have this insert headers and footers by a WordPress plugin. I've already installed it. So if I go into, once you've installed it, then in the settings section, there you go. I have the insert headers and footers plugin here. And I can just go into the footer section. You can see that I've already have my script. If I remove it from here, here's what's going to happen. Refresh. Book now. Boom. It takes me to another page. So you can see that without that script, the experience is less interactive. If I copy that script from here, go to my settings in my site, paste it in, let me save, and do a refresh. Oops, no, wrong page, sorry. Right, okay, do a refresh now. Now we can load that extra code, and when I click on the book now, it opens a pop-up, and the experience is better because I don't ever leave your site. Nice and simple. So this gives you a bit of an idea of how to set things up. If you have any questions, you always can get in touch with us. And something else to keep in mind, sometimes some website builders and WordPress, a lot of times in WordPress people will install plugins or enable settings where a version of the WordPress site gets cached, which means it's saved. So even if you make a change, like install the extra script or something like that, it might not necessarily be visible. Like in my case, I've just installed it, refreshed the page, and it worked. If you don't see that happening, a lot of times it's because you have a cache. So find the settings for that and clear the cache to make sure that next time you refresh, it doesn't load the old version of the site in the code, it loads the newer version because you've cleared the cache. If you have questions, just reach out to the live chat. We're always happy to assist. Thank you so much. Take care.